Oh. Oh, sire. You're still awake. Forgive all my racket. I'd have been more careful with my entrance if it weren't for a blizzard out on our doorstep. Hopefully this will be enough firewood to last the night. Are you feeling well? Besides the pure exhaustion, we cannot have you coming down with fever. I beg of you to turn your head to such boldness on my part, when I say that I must strongly insist that you get back into that bed, or I might have to take matters into my own hands. I will not have our future king with a swollen red nose and a clouded mind. Now please, lay down. This? Did you make this for me? Oh. It smells wonderful. Your Majesty, is this tea? This tea is from your personal belongings. Are you sure? Well, it sure do my insides well. Thank you, sire. My, this could surely heal all illnesses. Did you have any yourself, sire? What? You made none yourself? Surely you thought of yourself too. Your Majesty, I'm sure you must already know what I'm about to ask. The carriage has already been put away for the night, and it isn't wise to go out in such a storm. I know full well of all the thresholds I am crossing. I shall accept the consequences of my actions at the appropriate time. Your health comes first in my eyes. And I must respectfully and fearfully ask that you share in my sustenance, which you have bestowed upon me. Your health matters more to me than comfort on my part. You are correct. I shall remain kneeled at your bedside all the night long until you drink. Now please, take it. It does me well to see you taking care of yourself, Your Majesty. It was by the grace of God that we found this little cottage when we did. As humble and empty as it is, it has saved your life. And for that I am grateful. Why, yes, you might have surely caught your death if not for that. And if not that, the horses could have collapsed. Then what would we be? Stranded out in the cold. My legs alone to carry us both. Of course, I would never allow you to tread through that wasteland of snow and ice. Absolutely not. But that is not to be. We are here. You are all right. How are your fingers? Your toes? Is everything still intact? It was but a short distance to this cottage. That carriage cannot keep but a little warmth inside of it. It is still freezing cold, even though the wind isn't blowing on your face. Mind to take a look myself? No, sire, I'm afraid it is as you said. We are beyond formalities at this point in time. I shall be more than willing to take responsibility at a later date. Now, I am permitted to see that our king is well. Allow me your hand. Cold, but not frozen. Can you move them? Can you make a fist? Can you move each individual? Right. Can you squeeze my hand? Very good. Now, pardon me, sire. I must check your toes as well. Oh yes, you need those. I need to make sure that no further assistance is needed. Forgive me, sire. This is very personal, I know. I'm going to take your boots off. Can you feel everything that I'm doing? Can you feel this? Alright. Can you move your toes? Right. This is good. This is good. Now, I'm going to touch your face now, sire. Forgive my cold hand. Just a finger under your chin is all. Now, towards the wall. Good, good. Now look towards me. A bit raw in some areas, but nothing a little tallow cannot fix. I fear your face has been exposed to the cold for too long. Just a bit. I know I must have a little left. Well, I might have to scrape the bottle, but it'll do. Alright, sire. Hold still for me. This might hurt a little. Oh, if I'd have known that we'd be traveling so far off of our original trail. I'd have given you this much sooner. There. That'll save you from blistering. You don't feel or look as if you were coming down with anything right now. But we will not be taking any chances of that happening. I don't know how long we shall be here, so keeping you out of harm's way will be my main priority. Even if the coast does seem clear. And as I always have. Why, yes. You are my king. Soon to be. But you are a king in my eyes right now. And you shall be treated as such. You always have been to me. Here. I'm going to tuck my cloak around you for extra warmth. These blankets here take on the look of Swiss cheese rather than actual coverings. Here we are. I'll be fine, sire. It is you that I am most concerned of. You have given me your tea, and now I shall return the favor of my warm insides to your outsides. Sure, a beating heart is always good, but you cannot very well sign documents with no fingers, now can you? No. I promise. I'll be fine. Besides, it isn't as if we would both be unaware of our surroundings. I'll be keeping watch, as is my duty to ensure your safety at all times. Oh, Your Highness, forgive me. I thought you were still asleep. You dozed off for a good while. Though I fear that I'm going to need to fetch more firewood. What I managed to scrape up is dwindling faster than I thought it would. Yes, I'm going out in this. I must. The fire goes out, and you will freeze. We both will. Oh dear. I could not see my hand in front of me just then. Yes. You are right. It is indeed far too dangerous. At the moment. But what is there to do? Oh. Your Majesty. Oh. I mustn't. That area is far too private for anyone to be in. I couldn't possibly. Could help us both. Yes. That is another way. Yes, Your Majesty, I am sworn to protect you at all costs. Even if it goes against my will. The lines that I swore not to cross. All right. Oh. But I shall sit here, respectfully. I swear it. I have sworn it. With us like this, and what little fire we have left, we should be all right. All right. I shall sit here just beside you. Oh no, Your Highness. I mean no offense to you. None in the slightest of ways. I would do anything. I would give my life if I knew you would keep yours. I shall keep you warm, sire. I will keep you warm. Here. Lean into me and lay your head on my shoulder. And keep these coverings up. I cannot help but think things could have been worse. In this cottage, so humble to a king. But warmer in here than out there. And a modest stable. But if not this, what is a cave? Or stuck in the carriage on the road. And the horse is dead. We freeze. As soon as the storm passes, we shall be on our way again. We shall arrive safely to the region of Akita. You'll be on the throne, in your proper chambers, with proper blankets, and not these less than rags. And also, you won't need the warmth of your humble night. You'll have a fireplace, and enough wood to keep it aflame for a year if you desire it. Wouldn't ever need to be sleeping in a, though sturdy and dry, but still less than desirable abandoned cottage out in the woods. And would be full of more than tea. You'd have a proper dinner, and things would be much more comfortable for you. And do not worry, Your Majesty. I swear to you, I will get you to Sterling Hold. It will take more than a few bandits and frosty wind to stop me from performing my duties to you. Of course I do this all for you. As I've said, I am sworn to protect you. I am sworn to you. Yes, sire. It is my choice wholeheartedly. I wanted to do this. Why? Well, that is a new question from you. One in which I fear I was not prepared for. Forgive me. I did this because I cared. The royal family saved me. Saved me from practically starving to death. When I was but a young girl, a pitiful, scrawny little thing, I was in the market, looking for but a morsel to steal. From off the ground, from people's hands, from their pockets. Anything I could get my hands on, I took. And before I could blink, the royal guard had me on the ground. Your father stepped in front of me, stood between them and I, saw me, spoke to me. One of the things he said, something I shall never forget. To survive is to die. To love, that is to live. He did something I never expected. He took me in. He fed me. He showed me the most tender kindness anyone has ever shown me before. I wanted my life to be different. So I found something I wanted to do with it. And that was to protect. That was to serve. And then I was given the task of protecting you. Before your father took his last breath, he had requested that I keep you safe. Because he knew that I loved you. Yes, I do. The feelings for you are as warm within me now as they were then. Oh, forgive me, sire. Your father saw that and knew you would be as safe with no other, that I would keep you alive and well. No, I don't believe he used me. That is not what he intended. He wanted someone he could trust. What I held was good, and he recognized it. I saw this more than a job, more than an obligation to his family. It was something that I desired. How long? Oh, years. I've held my feelings for years. I never deemed it appropriate to expose them. Was never the time nor the place for such a thing. I was beginning to accept that I would die with them, that they'd be forgotten. But now you know the truth. Your Majesty, I understand that I am not the fairest to look upon. I have more personal souvenirs of battle than I'd like to speak of. I have but one good eye. The other is, well, as you can plainly see, a bit preoccupied with this scar running directly through it. You'll have a better time with another. One less homely than I. It is all right, sire. I've understood this. Despite the frustratingly frail little thing in my chest that aches at but the thought, I use this to keep you safe. The love that I have, it gives me reason. It gives me a purpose. Sire, do not look at me like that. I beg of you. It is nothing that I cannot handle. I have accepted the dangers in this long ago, if the time ever came. Am I fearful of them? Yes, I am. And I feared that if I told you, you want to send me away, and that I would protect you no longer. Your Majesty, I can recover from a wound, intentional or not. But I don't think I could ever recover from being replaced. I simply couldn't. Oh. Your Majesty, I do not believe I can express the way you've made me feel this day. Your words, they humble me. Your head resting on my shoulder, your arms around me. It makes me feel wanted. And that is all I need. And I will protect you till my dying breath. Your needs are before my own. If either one of us is to enter into Sterling Hold alone, it will be you. Or may I be struck down if it is me. For my great failure, as I shall never forgive myself. I have you, Your Majesty. None shall oppose you, should I be here. May you walk in peace, knowing that I am right there. And rest, knowing that I am watching. That I am there till you wake. Lean into me, and I shall carry you. You will be king, wise and strong, with or without your humble knight. And collect your strength, sire. I am here. Feel my strength, and know you have nothing to fear. We have a long journey ahead of us. I hear the storm beginning to calm, and I shall wake you when it is time. Hold on to me, Your Majesty. I have you.